Greetings and good day to everyone. My name is Clarence McPherson, and I'm the host for the Holistic Health Mission. I'm excited to have Carole Beam join me for the first of our featured friend interviews. She's been a longtime parish nurse serving in the Oshawa-Whitby area, and now serves as vice chair of Interchurch Health Ministries, and is a contributor to the Holistic Health Mission. So welcome, Carole.
Thank you.
I'd like to begin by
exciting today.
Yeah, well, it is. It's a first. It's a first for in many ways. So I'd like to begin by asking you about your involvement in this work, some of the challenges you faced, and your thoughts about using the ICHM community as a resource to further your work. So let's begin by what it is that's prompting you to promote health and well-being. Why is that important to you?
Well, I'm a registered nurse, still a registered nurse. And there was always during my active nursing practice something missing for me, and that was the current medical model is focus on looking after the physical needs. And I believe we do them reasonably well. But there has been a deficit, and that was the spiritual and emotional needs of every patient. And that was very, very missing, much missing in my mind. So when I heard about the parish nursing philosophy of body, mind, and spirit, I was intrigued and hooked, and I'm still here to this day.
Well, I'm glad. You stuck with it, eh? Well, do you have any particular goal that you've been pursuing to promote church health ministry?
Well, I was 11 years as an active parish nurse at St. Mark's United Church in Whitby, Ontario. And I just retired from that almost a year ago to the day. But the work is not done. The reality is that within the Christian church, money and philosophies are changing. And so the first thing that seems to be believed to be redundant is the parish nurse. And that is most unfortunate that many of us who are getting to retirement age are not being replaced. But yet the need that we as active parish nurses fulfilled has not changed. People still need spiritual, to have their spiritual needs met as their health either deteriorates or their health improves. So the need hasn't changed. It's just that the demographics have changed in that there are fewer and fewer active parish nurses. So that leaves the congregations to pick up the slack. And I believe very much that in the reason for parish nursing in the beginning, which was Christ's example of healing ministry. He came to heal and to preach and to teach, but he certainly came to heal. And that need has not changed. Yes, we can say that the medical model will heal the body, but it takes away that large piece of the spirit. And if the church does not step up, then that will be lost. And that's why I'm so passionate about this. Many of you who are reading our printed material will see that over and over again we've used the word holistic, spelt with an H. There is a reason for that, in that this ministry focus through health ministries within the church is for the whole person, not just the body, not just the mind, but also the spiritual connection, looking to the scriptures for hope, looking in the scriptures for answers, looking in the scriptures for directions. The scriptures have not changed, and we who are Christians know that God does not change. So I believe very strongly in this new focus, to just pick up the slack from where parish nursing may be changing, and to equip congregations to carry on this work, which has not changed.
Mhm. Yeah, so where the church can play a role is sort of developing the body, mind, and spirit, as you're saying, to be a
Yes, I
whole,
believe.
so that we can be that whole person, and that's certainly a preventative, health promoting concept of the congregation being engaged in that work. Yeah, okay. So what's the biggest challenge you faced with the ministry, your parish nursing ministry?
Well, when I was parish nurse, I had few challenges. I had a wonderful practice and had a good relationship with the congregation, and also with the health cabinet, a very enthusiastic group. Um, the challenges today, of course, are that after retirement, most congregations, I won't name, but those who will be listening to this broadcast will know congregations who've had very, very active, flourishing parish nurse ministries, but when the parish nurse resigned or retired, then they chose to go in a different direction. That's, I think, the biggest challenge now, is equipping the health cabinets to take over that role.
Yeah. Now, when you were at St. Mark's, you had a health cabinet that you worked with as well?
Absolutely, yes. Very
Yeah.
active health cabinet, very
Excellent.
supportive,
Yeah.
who had their worked very hard in outreach as well as inreach being pastoral care, as well as wellness activities for congregation, to engage the congregation. So yes, a very active health cabinet.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So when you were working with your health cabinet, were you trying to achieve certain results in your service to the congregation and the community?
Oh, it was definitely a collaborative relationship. We worked very well. I had my role, which was a more individual advocacy role, but their interest and hard work in health and wellness activities, health and wellness communication worked very well. We worked very well together, and I felt very much supported in whatever special needs that I might have within the practice.
Mhm. Did you encounter any obstacles that kind of prevented you from achieving results?
Um, I was very, very fortunate. Very, very
Mm.
fortunate. Had a supportive congregation, had a very supportive health cabinet, which I've mentioned, but also had an extremely supportive board, council, church council, and that's vital as well. If the church council believes that your role within the ministry team is valuable, then they will support that, and they will financially, as well as with whatever needs that you may have. Working well with the rest of the ministry team is also very, very important, and I was very fortunate that I was able to have a good relationship, both with all of the ministry team. Now, part of it was I believed that parish nursing should not just be for the elderly, so I sought a relationship with the Sunday school as well as with the youth workers, so that it would not be just looked upon as the parish nurse was just for elder care and elder needs, because there are a lot more needs, many needs within the middle of the congregation, those who are juggling raising children with the increasing needs of elderly parents, as well as needs of their own physical changes in their own health, their own work situations, their own relationship situations. So that was very important to me, to be visible to all those groups within my practice. And I was most fortunate that I was able to do that, and to work with clergy in terms of healing services, that sort of being able to speak about health issues and the link between health and faith from the pulpit. I thought that was a wonderful gift that was given to me.
Well, you spoke earlier about trying to connect the spirit, or provide spiritual and emotional support to people, and you've just articulated some of the need, or the range of needs, I suppose, in the congregation, and one can look beyond the congregation to the community. So is there something that keeps you up at night in terms of you worry about in trying to meet those needs?
Certainly, what concerns me now is that we can get the message of this new vision out and get congregations engaged in this. It's as far as I'm concerned, it is vital. For parish nurses, there still are support mechanisms. The Canadian Association of Parish Nurse Ministries offers tools and links to education and continuing education, even though ICHM no longer has its own education tool to educate parish nurses. The Registered Nurses of Association of Ontario, Registered Nurses Association of Ontario has a parish nursing interest group. So there's support for them. What I don't see is support to keep health cabinets who no longer have a parish nurse who took it upon themselves in their role to maintain that interaction with health cabinets. Without a body such as ICHM, there is no longer a way to connect. And the ICHM has always been ICHM Canada. We are not just a body, even though the geographic area within Ontario is enormous. This country is served from coast to coast to coast, and the needs are there. There are active health cabinets, active parish nursing ministries in Saskatchewan. There are, my denomination happens to be the United Church of Canada. I know there are United Church parish nurses in British Columbia, as well as the eastern provinces. So we need to focus on our interchurch health ministries vision, but be very, very conscious that we need to link this country together in a time when it's quite divided. So to be able to, with these technologies, Clarence, to have this message given to all of the provinces and territories, I think is probably the most exciting part.
So now the community that we're trying to launch here through Interchurch Health Ministries, we're calling the Holistic Health Mission. Do you see that then as a good vehicle for connecting people across the country and people from the congregation, both clergy and lay leaders, and perhaps educators
I do.
in the congregation? Yeah.
One thing that we need to do better, I believe, is to maintain that connection with the clergy. because often there is a disconnect there, and without clergy being engaged, it's very difficult to carry on a health ministry. But if you have an engaged pastor, minister, priest who is validating and promoting your ministry as well, then it's very successful. So clergy is a huge piece. Also, we need their theological direction. This is a Christian organization that needs the clergy to remind us of theological reflections, that sort of thing. And one of the successes that ICHM had for parish nurses was what we called professional practice groups, which was a new name for a support group. And this is what I see as a very, very important piece for this new holistic health mission, is to act as support for each other's congregations. I know for a fact that there are congregations right now that are just doing amazing things, and there are others who are in crisis for a variety of reasons. So to be able to look to another body of health cabinets for emotional support, for spiritual support, even for you may have something that you cannot find an answer for, and somebody will say, we've gone through that and this is how we got through it. And those are the kinds of things I think that will be most valuable for this this connective ministry, to bring everybody to the table and share their success stories, share some of the challenges that they're facing, so that everyone can support, and you do not feel just like the healing ministry. Christ assures us that we are not alone. Well, this ministry can assure health cabinets that they are not alone.
Yeah, I was always taken by the model that Jesus showed us, both in his teachings and how he embodied wholeness, being in harmony with creation and with people. Like he engaged with people. That there's something deeper there about imitating Christ in terms of our health and our wholeness. And you've mentioned several things during the course of this discussion about how that can happen. Is there any other thing that you'd want to add, just to be of help to us as we launch this new community?
Well, all I can say is, whoever is hearing this, please join. This is only the beginning. We have lots of ideas for how this might unfold. The biggest challenge right now is to have your engagement, to hear from you, hear your challenges, hear your suggestions, hear your successes, but we need input from all congregations, and then I think that it will be a tremendous success.
Well, that's great. That's certainly a good boost for what we're trying to launch here. And so, Carole, I want to thank you for joining with us in this first interview. We will be doing a series of these over the course of the coming months, and it's been great to have you as our first guest. And so I want to thank you and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, and God bless this ministry. I certainly pray for that every day. God bless you all.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Okay, Carole. See you.